something to drink? What's water? That's what I'm talking about.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and joined by my wonderful co-host,
King.
And
Hendo.
All right, so we have an exciting episode, y'all, about home environment and cannabis and what it means when you have children. And today is my son's birthday. Well, tomorrow is his birthday, so we wanted him to come on the show and tell you all a little bit about him, and just give a shout out to everyone, and anyone who wants to call in and wish him a happy birthday, you can do so. And he's going to tell you all the outlets to watch the show. What are they?
We are excited to have you guys part of the live broadcast on Manifest TV. We hope you feel welcome and enjoy your time with us. Download Status Network on an app or Google Play or App Stores. Tell fans to log in to statusnetwork.com on your internet browser or download Status Network app to watch live. Fans can call to comment and ask questions at 470-251-4647. Social media for Manifest TV channel, Instagram manifesttv.status, Facebook Status Network LLC, Periscope status_network_, Twitter status_network_, Amazon Fire Stick and Roku Status Network, Manifest TV, YouTube Manifest TV.
That's right. All right, y'all heard it here.
Y'all heard it right there. Just got you how to watch it now. Just got you how to watch it.
How to watch the show.
With my invisible cup. Guess what's in it?
All right. Well,
water.
That's right. Water is good for the soul. It's good for the body. All right. So what we want to do is go ahead and show you all a quick video on cannabis and children, and how CBD helps with children to alleviate your or their anxiety in the body. So we're going to show you this quick. We'll be right back.
When you're looking at CBD products in children, my first answer is that it is something that can be really helpful for children, particularly dealing with sleep issues, anxiety issues, sometimes weight issues as far as not eating well, pain issues. And so it's a great opportunity to introduce this if the child has a problem that they're trying to address. I don't advise it just to use as a supplement because they have great healthy bodies, so you shouldn't have to add anything that you don't know is missing, but definitely adding it in when there are issues that you're trying to address is a great safe way to go about it. Always keep in mind that right now we have a CBD product that's in a pharmaceutical grade that's available, so there's definitely a safety there, but I definitely advise people to look at if there are other medications the child is taking, and if you're starting to increase the dose and you notice that they're having some GI issues, that they're getting a little bit too sleepy, those are times where you want to pull back on that dose and then hopefully talk to your doctor as well.
All right, so y'all heard it here. CBD is great for a lot of childhood ailments and diseases, such as your childhood epilepsy, your childhood anxiety, the child's autism, children who have epilepsy, and children, and also just for those who need to focus and pay more attention. ADHD is great, useful for children. And we're getting ready to go back to school, so a lot of children are going to be able to be recommended and prescribed cannabis products for dealing with school, and just being able to, some students have test-taking anxiety. Do you have test-taking anxiety, King?
No.
No? Okay, what kind of fears do you have about school?
Nothing really.
Really? Okay. So do you think that there are some children who can benefit from cannabis CBD products?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Well, it does have proven health benefits to help children, and we want to be able to give them a healthier choice other than the alternatives that we have now, such as your Ritalin and some other pharmaceuticals that are there for the children in this day and time. So, all right. So, Mr. Henderson, what do you have to add to that?
You ask what? Cannabis and kids?
Yes.
Man, a lot of people, kids need that. A lot of people, kids need that, man. Seriously, man. You can benefit from that, right? Between the Ritalin, the ADD medications, a lot of them, you got to look at what the base of the medications is, right? When you're thinking about considering giving it to your kid or even taking it for yourself, you have to consider the base ingredients, all right? The base ingredients in a lot of this stuff is either going to be one of three things. It's either going to be cocaine, heroin, or methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Those be the basis
They're the basis.
of pretty much all the medication that people take.
Yep.
So when you giving your kid methamphetamine, just go look at the before and after pictures. Y'all go Google it. Before and after pictures of a person who did not use meth versus a person who after several months of taking it or years, look how their after pictures look. All right. Now imagine if this was your kid.
Right.
All right. When you try to wean your kid off that, guess what? They're going to look like the after picture. They're going to act like the after picture,
right,
because their body has to expel those. And when the body is expelling those, it goes to withdrawals. Those withdrawals could include pain. It could include more not paying attention, the same thing that they had at first, but worse.
Right.
All right. A lot of the medications that they give you kids, man, it causes other side effects, like anti-seizure medication, right? One in particular that when you get off of this anti-seizure medication, it actually causes anxiety. It causes suicidal thoughts, and that's just from trying to get off of it, right? You have a bad temper problem, you have attitude problems, right? Go ahead and get that kid some CBDs. If you're going to give them all that right there, you might as well try some CBDs. What you got to lose?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for your input. If you all have any questions or concerns about CBD in children or cannabis in children, because cannabis is CBD, it's a part of the family of the plants, cannabis. That's what the show is about, Holistic Cannabis Show. And so we do want to touch bases and talk about the children and the home environment in which they live. And so we have a quick video that talks about how a parent explains to their children what cannabis does for them and why they use cannabis. There's a lot of questions and concerns now about children and their parents who consume cannabis products, which have been proven to help with a better home environment, helping the parent cope with anxiety, help the parent cope with any other medical needs that they have, such as myself, like I have multiple sclerosis. So there are different ailments and different things and disorders that children need to be aware of and not scared to ask questions about cannabis. So we have this quick video we're going to watch and we'll be right back.
If I smoke weed when I'm a teenager, what do you think?
Well, I can't be a hypocrite because I smoked when I was a teenager, but I hope that you don't follow in my steps. And what?
Do you know what we're here to talk about?
Not so much.
Not really.
Do you know what drugs are? Yeah.
It's a bad thing for people to have.
It's a bad thing for people to have.
Some drugs can be very bad if you don't need to take them and you do, or if you take too much of them.
They can do bad stuff when they do that. They get in fights a lot. They can go to jail.
Some of them can really hurt your body. So we have to be real careful what drugs we use and when we use them.
What drugs do you know about? It's okay, you can say it.
Weed.
Have you heard of marijuana or what some people call weed? No. It's a big plant that they grow and they roll it in like a little cigarette.
A little green.
I think
stuff.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Have you ever seen people smoking?
When it was a winter time and it was so cold.
You saw someone smoking in the wintertime? What did you think about that?
That it was very cool.
You thought it was very cool?
Just like it was just so much smoke. Do you do it? No.
I do.
I've actually tried it, probably 4 or 5 times over the last several years, marijuana. That okay?
No.
Oh.
Why did you do it?
I wanted to feel a little different, sort of like having a glass of wine. Why do people have a glass of wine after dinner?
I don't know.
Well, sometimes life gets stressful, right? Sometimes we all have a hard time.
When I get up in the morning, I feel this panic sometimes, like, oh, you felt that feeling before, right? You get like that nervousness. And when I smoke, it helps me calm down and be like, oh, okay, I can think about my day and like figure it out.
Not everybody who uses marijuana smokes it. Some people eat it.
Do you eat this plant?
Sometimes I eat this plant, yeah.
Does it taste yummy?
Well, the plant doesn't taste yummy, but sometimes,
It does?
you mix it with other things to make it taste better.
How does it make you feel?
More relaxed.
You're like mellow, and you want to have some Doritos.
Sometimes it makes me hungry.
You said a plant makes you hungry. How can a plant make you hungry?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know why it makes you hungry.
Do I seem different when I've been smoking?
I don't think so because you've been smoking a lot.
Hard to tell.
It makes you
Makes me what?
trippy.
Trippy.
Like your vision trippy. Like when you wave your hand, it goes like an echo.
Like you see the hand like... Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do that. It doesn't affect my vision at all.
Is it fun?
Yeah, we had a good time. Recently I was with a couple of friends and we smoked a little and chatted and we had a nice time.
You were in trouble. It's not good.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Or maybe a teenager.
No, especially not when you're a teenager.
When I'm 30.
Okay, when you're 30, that's fair. I like that.
Actually 41.
41? Perfect.
So you have to be 21 legally to smoke marijuana in Washington.
How about in Mexico?
I'm not sure.
When did you first try it?
Like 2 years ago.
I was, I think, about 14.
14?
I know, I was way too young. Don't do that.
Why would Grandma let you?
Grandma didn't know. I was being sneaky.
I'm mad at you.
What? He's mad at me because I said I smoked weed as a teenager.
When your brain is all developed, when you're an adult, it'll be okay for you to try it.
For younger people with smaller bodies, using drugs is not safe or healthy.
Is it healthy for you to do it?
Well, it wouldn't be healthy if I did it all the time.
It can make it so you never want to leave the house or never want to go to work, so you have to be careful to use it in a balanced way.
Do you think that drugs are something you're going to do when you grow up?
No.
Why won't you do drugs? Why do you think that you immediately said no?
Because I know it's bad.
Everybody makes mistakes when they're a teenager. Everybody does. And you're gonna make mistakes too. And guess what? I'll have to forgive you.
Do you think I should do it more in the future?
No. You'll get in more trouble.
If I do, are you going to judge me?
Maybe.
So should I tell you and be open and honest, or should I just not tell you?
Tell me.
Okay. Do you think you're going to tell me in the future if you decide to try something?
I can try.
Deal.
Hey, it's Marina from Cut. Thank you so much for watching another one of our videos. What'd you think? Let us know in the comments down below. And if anyone...
All right, so y'all y'all saw it here, right? So y'all saw all of the parents talking to their kids about why they smoke cannabis or why they indulge in cannabis. So we want to talk to our child on air and explain to him about cannabis and why we have it and why we have a legal card and why we do it, because he has some questions. What was one of your questions, King?
How does kids get a hold of all that bad stuff?
Okay, you were telling me that at school they had, when you go into the bathroom,
It's
kids
foggy, there's smoking in there,
they're smoking
and
in
all
there.
that type of stuff.
Oh, okay. So he goes into school, and in the bathrooms, they have kids that are smoking, and it's foggy and so forth, or however. And so he wants to know how they get a hold of it. Well, I think they get a hold of it from, older people, maybe brother or sister, somebody that has it laid around and they sneak it or they can steal it. That's why it's important that parents have a lockbox or safe to put it in if they're going to do it, and not allow their children to get a hold of it, because it will give it a bad rep if there are minors who are doing it without a prescription. And of course, we have alternatives to smoking, such as the gummies and the drops and things like that if you have a recommendation or a card, that you don't have to light it up in a cigarette and give it a bad name. What do you have to say about it, Mr. Henderson?
Well, I think you always want to be safe and responsible with the medications in which you receive prescription on.
That's right.
All right? But I also think that the adults that do participate in it should be open to discussion about it. A lot of times people say, like in a video that we just watched where the lady was like, oh yeah, well I don't want you smoking, and then the kid was like, not even as a teenager. And then she was like, no, not even as a teenager. But then she turned around and said that she started smoking when she was 14. So I think that a lot of the spreading of propaganda is kind of like when two parents get ready to break up. You pull your kid in both directions. Sometimes it's unknowingly. So I think a new kind of discussion should be had surrounding cannabis and marijuana. I also heard it referred to a lot of times in the video as drugs, which sometimes the thing that you label becomes the propaganda piece, right? So do I think that children should be smoking cannabis or eating it, or some of them might need that?
Some of them might need that.
Some of them really might need that.
Right. I agree.
If adults can sit around and say, oh yeah, I use the cannabis so I won't have anxiety. Well, you just put your kid back in school from being separated from all his friends for 2 years, but then address that their child may be suffering from some type of anxiety.
Right.
And if you as an adult make yourself feel better from the anxiety from cannabis, why wouldn't you have a discussion with your kid about cannabis? You say, oh yeah, as an adult I suffer from PTSD and cannabis is good for me and I want it and the government should give it to me now.
Yeah.
You know how many kids suffer from PTSD? Particularly kids that's in foster care or have been abused, whether it's by a parent or by a foster care situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody should probably have a different kind of discussion when it comes to cannabis, marijuana. The school have the DARE programs, the Don't Say No programs, and guess what those do? Those spread propaganda on the negative side. But a parent who's uninformed about cannabis and don't really know how to have the discussion, they just sure up the propaganda at home. So now the kid is still back at square one because they don't understand what it is before you tell them.
Right.
And if the parent can't tell them exactly what it is and what it's for, guess what? You still ain't doing the game no justice either.
Yeah.
So I would advise you to log on to www.Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science and enroll. And while you're taking the online class, let your kids sit there and watch the class with you.
Right.
That's probably going to be the best way that you can get your kid understood. Because guess what? If you keep telling the kid don't smoke cannabis or don't participate in cannabis, then they get to school and they see their friends participating in cannabis, they see their friends smoking it, right? It's only a matter of time before the curiosity is going to kick in.
Right.
And then you'll catch your kid either with a gummy, smelling like reefer, and now you mad. So what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
Especially the parents who are being like hypocrites and they smoked when they were younger and they know how it helped them, and then they're telling their children, you know, hey, you better not smoke. And so, but I don't think that's a lot of going on. I don't think a lot of parents are saying that I know of. I mean,
saying what? Telling their kids to not smoke?
Kids not to smoke. I mean,
it's a lot. It's a lot, especially in the religious sector. It's a lot of do what I say, not as I do.
But and that's the stigma that we got to try to break, because there is a lot of stigma around smoking. Okay, in general,
I'm just saying,
smoking, if they say that it can cause lung cancer, and we do know that there's toxicity in cigarettes, but we don't have any toxic that we know of coming from a cannabis plant.
I don't know nobody who ever been hospitalized from lung issues because they smoke too much.
If anyone knows about the great plant, it is a bronchodilator. It is a asthma relief. If you go and do research, which we offer over at the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science, you can find out all of the great benefits that helps with your lung health using cannabis. Now, there's different things that is mixed with the cannabis in such items like a vaporizer that we do not, agree with. So, but there are benefits of the plant itself. So CBDA, we have found out it does block protein, the spike protein in COVID. So using the flower and putting it into tea or sprinkling in your food can help with COVID relief symptoms. So we do know that.
Exactly. So King, tell me about your video games, man. King really like video games, y'all. My boy, he really like video games, all right? My boy is an undisputed champion of 2 games in particular. So if y'all think y'all kids can beat my boy, ain't gonna be able to do it.
I'm down to wager.
Woo! What's the name of the game? What's the name of the game, son?
Apex, Call of Duty, Fortnite, GTA.
I guarantee my boy will smash your boy.
So King, how old are you? How old would you be tomorrow?
13.
13. 7-Eleven. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven.
There you go.
There you go.
Look at him with the private school.
Yeah, went to private school. He's a nerd. There
my boy.
King. Happy birthday.
He a football player. Man, that dude done accomplished so much already.
Done so
football
much.
Player, big brother.
Oh, there's your cousin. Also has the same birthday. Donye. Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Shout
Donye,
out
my
to
boy.
Donye.
So my boy got a lot of accomplishments going on, man. He's a football player.
Yeah.
He's a gamer. He's a streamer.
You making money on the
He's
stream?
like technical. You know?
Not yet.
I don't have PayPal.
Huh?
I don't have PayPal.
You don't have a PayPal. You gotta have a PayPal
Man,
account.
we gotta
to
get
stream.
you hooked up with that, man, so you get your money on, man.
All
Get your
right.
money on.
So what do you think about music? You do music with Dad?
No, not really, but I do like the music.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, good, good. All right, what about your hair? Who did your hair?
You did.
Oh, I did that. Yes, I did that. I did that so well. I did. In her hair.
What's your favorite color, King?
Red, black, and white.
What's your
Red,
favorite
black?
food?
Crab legs?
Favorite food?
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. Okay.
All right. Favorite sport?
Yeah, what's your
Football.
favorite? Football.
Favorite actor?
In between Chris Rock and Will Smith.
King, if you could tell all other youngsters your age that's watching the show one thing, what would you tell them?
Don't do drugs.
All right.
Very good.
Does that
very
include
good.
cannabis? Or is that don't include cannabis?
Don't.
Not include cannabis?
Not food.
Not including cannabis. Okay. Don't do crack. Like crack is whack.
Well, I'm gonna tell them just like this here. We got a show coming up. The Natural to Life.
Natural to life.
Tell them just like this here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to tell your parents to put you in the car and bring you to the Natural to Life. You know what I'm saying? We also got the virtual hire fair going on.
Yep. Natural to life. The talent show is what I'm excited about because Mr. Henderson gives out $500 to the first prize winner. Don't you?
Man, I give out $500 to give you a little studio time.
Studio time
For
and
your demos.
$500 for a demo.
Yeah.
All right,
take
so
that,
that was the old flyer, but we are have the Natural to Life event and also a virtual hiring fair. So it's supposed to be until the 30th, but we have extended that. So every day this week, anyone in the area, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and more, if you're between the age of 16 to 24, or on this one is 17 to 27, and you are looking to make up to $25 an hour, we want you. All right, so there's retail, hospitality, security, tourism, and more. And this is it again here in Georgia. Specifically, we are looking for ages 16 to 24, and you will get paid and come in for details over at the Gift of Life Community Home, our sponsor. We also want you to be a speaker. So if you are in the area or you are out of town and you love helping children, or you have any input on health and wellness, cannabis, CBD, and you want to help out, please give us a call, 404-631-6360, to become a speaker for this event. There's also a wonderful event on the 6th of August, which is next month, with Women Who Cannabis. It's a business expo, and there's going to be a $5,000 in prizes, chance to win for your business. And this is a pitch contest, okay? So if you are have a business in cannabis, please attend or call for more information. All right. Then there's the Southern Hemp Expo at the Fairgrounds of Nashville, Tennessee. All right, so please come out August 8th and 20th if you want to find out more about hemp. Then that's me. That's the I'm going to be speaking the Women Who Can at the Cannabis Business Expo, and that again is winning up to $5,000 to pitch your startup business. Free registration. Give them a shout. So there's a particular study out with cannabis and its use not predictive of lack of motivation. Cannabis consumers were more likely than non-users to exert more effort for reward, suggesting enhanced motivation relative to healthy control. So they're watching us, y'all. Hey, we motivated. Yeah, we ready. That's right. All right, and there's a survey with patients with Parkinson's disease reported symptomatic relief from cannabis. Patients were most likely to report improvements in motor function, sleep, and pain as a result of their marijuana use. So see how we're working this thing out, y'all. Medical cannabis. All right, so there's a District of Columbia, a mayor signs legislation allowing adults access to medical cannabis dispensaries following self-certification process. Once registered, self-certified adults may access any of the district's 7 licensed medical cannabis dispensaries. All right. And then COVID is coming back. Mr. Henderson, my AKA Denzel Washington, go on and tell him about that.
100,000 new cases. The actor was slated to receive the coveted award at the White House, but will be honored at a later date. Reps confirm he's feel fine, but he tested positive for COVID. He's amongst
a lot of people.
So COVID is running up on you real quick, y'all. All right. Does paying the bills restore your credit? Now, paying an old debt. This is brought to you by NTH Credit, www.nthcredit.net. All right. Paying an old debt doesn't make the negative item disappear from the credit report, meaning just paying off your debt isn't enough to repair your credit. All right. And what this in regards to is old collection accounts. All right. There are several strategies, and that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It's more than one way to skin a cat. There are several ways to have a collections removed from the credit report. All right. One way is to do a pay per delete, where you negotiate the payment with the creditor in exchange for removal from the credit report. All right. Only thing they can do is say no. In the event that they say no, you can proceed to validation of the debt, not verification, but validation, where certain items must be received by the consumer or provided by the creditor of or the collection company, all right, of what that item is. You got to have the creditor's name, the creditor's contact information, right? Statement, right? Proof that that collection company actually owns the debt. All right. Then you can proceed with, hey man, this is not my debt. I don't have a agreement with your company to collect this debt. The reason why you can proceed to that step is the original creditor, according to 15 USC Section 1682, Section 2A and B. Y'all didn't know your boy knew them laws like that. But check this out. According to that law, the original creditor must notify you in writing of anybody that's moving to reporting something on your credit bureau.
Oh, wow.
Failure to do that or receive that notification means that once the collection company reports that collection item to the credit report, what they are doing is essentially participating in identity theft. I bet y'all didn't know that. See, I bet y'all didn't know that. That's all the more reason that y'all need to come on, sign up, www.nth Credit, and let us school you. Let us learn you something. All right? It's real easy to jump on to social media and follow what social media got to say. But y'all have to understand that these clips are only 5 minutes, 30 seconds. They're not even 5 minutes. They're like 30 seconds. So ain't no way that they can tell you all this information. But what I do is I give you a free Zoom class when you sign up that we cover these kind of things in detail to tell you how to remove negative items from the credit report, all right, for free. And if you need any assistance after that, we can help you with that too. www.nthcredit.net. Try Jesus, don't try me.
Oh. All right, Mr. Henderson, that was awesome. Thanks for sharing. And so if you are in the area and you need some CBD products, we want to shout out our wonderful business members, Joyce Pottery. We also have NTH Credit. We have Big Shot Entertainment. Tell them what you do over at Big Shot Entertainment and NTH Credit.
At NTH Credit, we're going to help you stop dealing with bad credit ASAP. We can help you remove foreclosures, student loans, late payments, collection items, liens, tax liens, child support, bankruptcies, foreclosures, short sales. We get it all handled. Now, check this out. Results guaranteed. If no move on your credit report in 45 days. We also help you reestablish your credit, which means rebuilding your score. Guess what? We got guaranteed credit cards, y'all. We got, and we ain't talking secured. We got guaranteed unsecured cards at the time. So while this time is open for that, if anybody's trying to raise their credit score, you gotta get with us. Let us partner you up with the program and put you up with a program. It don't cost you no inquiry points. It's not a hard inquiry. Just holler at us, www.nthcredit.net. Try Jesus, don't try me, because I throw these hands.
Just stop. King, what do you have to say to close the show out?
Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.
All right.
Try Jesus, because I fight.